Hey lovelies, this is Curlychaotic, and today I'm going to be bringing to you something new. I never thought to do this on my channel. I guess you would consider this a vlog. So the topic of today is going to be some pros and cons of natural hair. Now when I talk about cons, I don't necessarily mean bad, but this is mainly directed to the women that are considering going natural. So I am going to first talk about 3 things that you should definitely consider. This one's pretty self-explanatory. Simply, you just really think hard on if you want to transition or if you want to do a big chop. And it really all comes down to preference. What I mean is, if you're a person that is okay with phases and changes, then hey, go for a big chop. If you are willing to experience a teeny weeny afro, the awkward phase, the medium length, the long length, and so on and so forth, then I say a big chop is for you. But of course, some people don't like the fact that when you first cut your hair and it's possibly at the teeny weeny afro stage, there's not really much you can do with it unless you do like a cute pixie cut or you have some length to it so you can still play with it. Now, as far as the transitioning go, I say that is morely for people who are still discovering what works with their hair until they get comfortable enough with it. This is for people that like length. If you still want to do flat twists, twist outs, braid outs, because when you're transitioning, you're going to see 2 different textures in your hair. So you obviously want to blend it into one texture. So sometimes transitioning is great because you can grow it out and then you just cut it off little by little. That's what I did until I had enough hair and I just said screw it. Patience, patience, patience. I can't stretch that enough. I'm gonna tell you why. In my opinion, there are 3 things you need to be patient about. Hair growth, because especially when you do that big chop, you are going to be looking at so many different hairstyles and so many women, and you're gonna think to yourself like, oh my god, hair goals, I wish my hair looked like that, I want it to look like this. And you just gotta have patience. First of all, when it comes to hair growth, it consists of many things: your porosity, your hair texture, your diet, what you're putting in your hair. It just depends on a number of things. You also need to have patience on detangling your hair, whether it's wet or dry. Now it may sound silly, but it's true. Some people get really impatient when it comes to dealing with natural hair because of course it might be a coarser texture as opposed to someone who has textured or relaxed hair. So you gotta have a lot of patience. I mean, if you're in a bad mood one day, don't do your hair at that moment because you're gonna be tearing out a lot of strands. And just to prevent as much shedding as possible, you want to have patience on when you're going to do your hair. Also, when it comes to styling, you should have patience with that too. You're not going to know how to do every style. Just have patience so you know what your hair likes and what does and doesn't work with your hair. This one is pretty simple. Just know that whatever you decide to do, people are going to have an opinion, both good and bad. Just be ready for it. This one is pretty self-explanatory as well. This just simply means whatever decision you choose to make, just make sure that this is something you want to do for the long run. Some people cut their hair and may regret it. So just do lots of research, watch videos, look up articles, read about natural hair, transitioning hair, and just base it off of that pretty much. And now, these are basically going to be my opinions on why I like natural hair, or I guess 3 pros. I absolutely agree with this quote. When you type in on a Google search engine, good hair or beautiful women, what do you see? You see Kim Kardashians, or basically what the Western or European civilization defines as beautiful. And not that I'm knocking Europeans or Kim Kardashian or the Western civilization, because everybody is beautiful in their own way. I just think that in today's reality shows and what they put out on the media today, you usually see women with straight hair, blonde hair, crazy colored hair, just things that, you know, I just basically think when it comes to beauty, it's just so much room in the world for that word, especially when it comes to hair. So I just wish that more women were comfortable with their hair. Don't get me wrong on this one. When I had relaxed hair, I liked it. But me personally, when I had a relaxer, I had a hairstylist. So I constantly had to see somebody, had to go into a salon for somebody to take care of my hair for me. I feel like since I personally went natural, it gave me room to study my hair, see what my hair do or don't like. You know, like since I've cut my hair, I haven't seen a professional stylist, and this is the healthiest my hair has been. So I'm okay with that, because that's some more money in my pocket. And again, well, this is something I like to do. I like doing hair and stuff, but again, I just feel like I have more room to learn about my hair. So yeah. Okay, I love natural hair for two reasons. I love it because of the versatility and because of different textures. I think every curly head girl, whether it's 4C hair or 3A hair, I just think every texture is unique and it defines us all. So I love it. I can still wear my hair straight if I want. I've never straightened my hair since I relaxed it yet, because I'm still learning so many different things as I go, and I'm not ready to straighten my hair yet. Maybe in the winter. But yeah, I definitely think that natural hair gives everyone character. You know, like it defines some women, and I think it just makes us stand out. You ever heard that saying, the bigger the hair, the harder they stare? I mean, what is more beautiful than hair that defies gravity? I mean, come on, that's just my opinion. So overall, aside from sharing tips, tricks, natural hair tutorials, one of the other main reasons why I wanted to put this channel together and my Instagram page is simply because I want more women with natural hair to feel comfortable in their skin and debunk them from the European and Western standards or their definition of beauty. You know, I feel like ever since I became part of the natural hair community, I feel accepted in something. Like when I first started out, I told you guys before, I wasn't comfortable in my skin, and these YouTubers and reading things, it just gave me so much hope. And for me, it was just basically turning over a new leaf. I'm hoping that this whole natural hair thing is not just a trend, but more of like a movement type thing. So perhaps we can teach our daughters or other women in our future generations to basically accept their hair and feel comfortable with themselves. Don't you think that nowadays, I mean, I see more girls, young girls nowadays, rocking their natural hair and they love it. And I love to see that, because when I was growing up, you know, I wanted straight hair. You know, everybody wanted straight hair. Everybody had straight hair. And I mean, even though I had long hair, I hated how people used to target me and be like, oh my God, you have good hair. Are you mixed with something? Or what are you doing with your hair? Like, why can't it just be that I am an African American woman with good hair? I mean, what is good hair anyway? I think good hair is healthy hair and you rocking it the way you want to rock it. So overall, I would love for you guys to leave some feedback and let me know what you think. These are basic topics that I think are easily overlooked and people don't like to discuss these things. But I think it's very important that we come together as a union. So I was even thinking of making a nice Facebook page, and you know, we can all come together and just talk about topics. It doesn't have to be nothing controversial. It can just be topics. Hair, of course, but other things if people want to talk about it. Again, I'm pretty sure there's going to be people that come across my page wondering if I know how to do certain styles or if I know everything. I may not, but I wouldn't steer you in the wrong direction, which will be good because if I have other subscribers, you know, they might be able to answer something that I can't. So please, I just need a little more exposure. If you guys like my channel, share the love, like, subscribe, and I would love to post more videos. Thank you, lovelies.